So you had this crazy dream and you said, I'm going to meet P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you said, how am I going to do that? I'm going to give myself 280 days.
280 days. In reality, it's 9 months. It sounds better than saying 9 months, but
it does sound better than saying
better than saying 9 months. Everything's about, you know.
Yeah. You're slick, bro. Hey, this is Chaz Roberts. I'm a personal injury lawyer. It's my passion to bring the law to the people, and that's the purpose of this podcast. You're listening to Law Have Mercy.
Do you want to spice up?
You are listening to Law Have Mercy. Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Law Have Mercy. Special treat today. It's going to be our first actual episode without having a lawyer, but I promise you it's for good reason. You're going to get a lot of value. It's going to be a lot of fun. My first guest is Orlando Flex Mouton. I'm going to call him Flex for the rest of the episode, so bear with me. He's got an amazing story, and I can't wait to get into it. And without further ado, what's up, Flex?
You heard me. What's up, baby? What's up? You know what's crazy, though? Guess what I really wanted to be before I got into entertainment?
What?
I wanted to be a lawyer, man.
Come on.
I did law studies at Northside High, and then I went back and actually teach with them for law studies. Kill it in mock trial, speech and debate, president speech and debate, president of law studies. So I can vicariously, I'll be a lawyer today too.
You know what? That's funny because I taught mock trial to some high school kids, and Northside always had a killer team. Yeah, yes. We might have played you guys. My team might have got kicked. You might have kicked our ass.
Might be so. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Well, I think your career that you chose is treating you all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Man.
Yeah, man. So there you have it. I graduated from Northside High, man, from Lafayette, of course. Started in radio. Radio was my thing. Did radio, entertainment, events, that type of stuff. Went from radio to doing marketing and sales, and then said, hey, look, I'm gonna go and build me a brand company. Started doing brand development, PR, experiential marketing, stuff like that. And then started building my system, which we were going to talk about, my 280-day system, and people just wasn't believing in the system. So I said, look, let me go improve the system. What better way I can prove it than on myself? So went and did the Diddy campaign, What's Next for Flex campaign to find Diddy. Found P. Diddy, was wildly successful, then went on and create the system over and over again. Steve Harvey, Wiz Khalifa, and other smaller faces. And now I'm going to share the tactics of how I did it and all the little juices to it. So that's kind of a quick synopsis of the journey, you know, and then got into the liquor business, of course, working through Diddy and then having my own product and then moving more into executive spaces. So, yeah.
And so when you talk about P. Diddy, I mean, this guy was an absolute icon, and he was at the top of the food chain for what you were going for, right? So you shot pretty high.
For sure. I figured, why not go to highest? Like, why number 2? Let's go to number 1. And not only that, I mean, Diddy was an idol of mine. Like, okay, I want to be like this guy. I want to work with this guy. This guy's amazing, you know, whatever. But he was the number 1 in the chain in the hip hop industry as a mogul, you know what I mean? So why not go for the number 1? Go for the biggest star and show people that you can reach it.
Yeah, and so you're just a little guy from Lafayette, Louisiana. You're hosting a local radio show, and you say, I'm going to meet the absolute mogul in the industry.
Yeah, so young dude, I actually, so be even better, I got fired from my radio job, and then I got hired at another company, and then got fired from there.
Not because you didn't have enough energy, huh?
No, because I had too much energy. Like, shit, when we talk, I'm busy, I'm doing, you know. But then I got fired, you know, and everybody like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna take some time and see. And then that's when I started my company. And actually, it's crazy because I was actually teaching at Northside at the time. The broadcast academy was building the broadcasting academy that's now at Northside, and then doing the law academy as well. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. And that's when I started thinking about my brand, my business, my company, really understanding marketing and network marketing, doing all these spiritual manifesting things, starting to understand what that was. Got the company together. Put together a 280-day system, was building it, developing it. My clients were like, they wasn't trusting it even when, you know, filed for lawsuit, that type of stuff. And again, I'm not upset because I was trying it on them, right? And so I was like, look, how about I try it on myself? Everyone's not believing in the goal, what we do. I can do whatever I want. I'm single, young, vibrant.
How old are you at this time?
I'm 24. I'm like 20 maybe, 20, 21. No, 22. 22. I'm 22.
Yeah, I'm just starting law school at that point. I promise you I had no idea what the world was at that time.
And I thought I did.
Yeah.
I come straight out of high school in radio entertainment, just living the best life that I thought, right? I'm 22 at the time. I'm like, okay, they're not believing in it. They're not trusting it. I can go follow my dreams. I'm like, what are my dreams? I'm like, yo, I can go work for Diddy if I want. I ain't got time to play with these fools around here. They not trusting. I don't have to be here. I can go work for P. Diddy. Yo, I can go work for P. Diddy.
Yeah.
No, I can go work for P. Diddy.
And your friends are like, dude, go ahead.
Go ahead. So I'm on the phone with one of my best friends, Duchess.
Go ahead and meet Diddy. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
So the three friends, so the guy I'm on the phone with and then the two ladies across from me, they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And then everyone else is like, this guy's crazy. Like, you're going to do what? I'm like, yo, I'm going to find Diddy. What you talking about? I'm going to find Diddy. So I just started praying, manifesting, just getting signs. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I declare that I'm going to find it. And if I put everything back on my Instagram, because I archived everything, of course, if I put everything back, you can scroll all the way down and you can see the exact date that I declared that, hey, look, as of today, I'm going to find Diddy. I think February 4th or something like that, I'm going to find Diddy. And then from there, started putting a campaign together. And this young guy named Dylan Narcisse, he's like, yo, I want to come and help your campaign. Let me create a flyer for you. I'm like, okay. And he created this dope ass campaign flyer. I'm like, oh, we really got it. I'm running for president now. Built a team, started telling everybody, look, I'm broke, by the way. I'm broke, no car.
When you say broke, how broke?
No car, no apartment.
That's broke.
Sleeping by every friend.
So real broke.
Real broke. The only way I got around because my name was Flex.
Yeah. So you knew people from the radio and just being around.
I didn't have to pay to get in the clubs. Don't have to pay to drink. Don't have to pay to eat. People got restaurants. They love me. Hey, here's some people got stores. I need some clothes. Like, so I knew everyone everywhere. And that's how, just because of my face card, that's what got me around that time. And they're like, man, you're going crazy, Flex. What are you talking about? I'm going to find Diddy. So just kept developed the team. When I say develop a team, riding like, hey, I'm about to go to New York and go find Diddy. I'm going to travel. I'm going to drive from Lafayette to New York and go in front of Diddy's offices and stand there until they hear us. I'm going to travel from Lafayette to LA and go stand in front of Diddy's office until they hear us.
But you don't have a car.
I'm going to raise the money and go rent a car and rent a van. So when the team finally got together, I raised the money because I say everything is just worth $1 in a dream. Started a GoFundMe. Say everything is worth $1 in a dream. If you believe in what I'm doing, I got a team together. I say, hey, look, everybody post this at the same time. Everybody go on your social media, post this post at 6 p.m. and it's just $1 in a dream. Go, first off, you have to first go donate, and GoFundMe, you can't donate just $1. Yeah, $5 actually the minimum. But once I get you there, you might as well do $5, right?
What's $5?
What's $5? You was gonna donate the $1, right?
Yeah.
So you do it first, be the leader, and then show people you did it, right? So you donate first, then you show people you donated, and now other people are gonna donate. Everybody donate, and if you really believe in me, come with me on my journey. And I'm going to show you how my journey is going to help your journey. You want to be a music artist? You want to be a designer? Let me show you how I can help you get in the doors at the same time. So, yeah, I believe in you. How much the trip going to cost? It's going to cost $800 per person. I'm broke, but all their $800 paid for my way to get to Diddy. Every time.
Let me unpack that for a second. So you had this crazy dream and you said, I'm going to meet P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you said, how am I going to do that? I'm going to give myself 280 days.
280 days.
What's the significance of 200?
So 280 days in reality is 9 months. It sounds better than saying 9 months, but it
does sound better than saying 9 months.
Better than saying 9 months. Everything's about,
Yeah, you slick, bro.
208 days is 9 months. The birth of a baby.
All right.
Baby incubated into the womb, 9 months, baby come out. So you have to develop that baby. So if you give me time to develop you just like a baby, a perfect born baby comes out within a 9 month time. Let's not do anything prematurely. Let's not go over, right? Let's give that 280 days and watch how we can do it. So step by step, even right now, I have a 280-day system that tells you what to do every single day to get to that goal. And people wasn't believing it. I launched that system in 2014. And so in 2015, I'm like, okay, let me prove it on. Let me prove this.
Let me prove the concept.
Prove the concept. So we had 280 days or less to get to P. Diddy. And it happened in 250 days.
Wow. And then I don't want to kill the end of the story here, but the next step you did is you started getting all these people on social media to buy into your dream.
Right. So they wasn't buying in at first, right? Flex is crazy. Flex, what is Flex
He needs his meds. Get his man in the hospital.
He thinks P. Diddy is talking to him on the internet. He keeps saying, look, like he don't have a haircut. He's walking in the street. Like
he ain't got a car.
He ain't got a car. He actually come and sleep to my house. Like, this boy's going crazy. But then those friends who really were close knew I was crazy, but they knew I was real, like the good crazy.
Yeah.
They're like,
passion,
like, let's go, whatever you need.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, that was just my reward because everyone used to sleep at my house. I used to feed everyone. I used to take everyone wherever they wanted to go. Remember, I was the guy.
Yeah.
And so now I need help, right?
Right.
And so when they started believing was when I woke up one day and my phone is going crazy. I'm like, what? All these notifications. And I can't, and all I see is comments and likes and new followers. And Diddy followed my Instagram, and then Diddy commented on one of my posts. And everybody like, oh my God, it's really, Diddy really, oh my God, it's real. And then somebody comes say, yeah, but he could have gave you, why he didn't get your phone? He could give you his.
Yeah, bro.
I say, so y'all saying he could have given me his phone number? Like, look what just happened.
Right.
Right. And so.
There's always going to be negative people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second.
So I gave him my phone number. I mean, sorry. They's like, oh, why he didn't give you his phone number? I was like, bro, you understand what you just said? So.
You think that's the impatience of people?
No, that's okay, Diddy follow, Diddy commented, because it's like, it's really real, but is it really real?
Yeah.
So that's when people started to believe it. So when we got to LA and they saw me actually at Revolt, it was Fast and Furious, one of the Fast and Furious premiere in LA, and we got there and they saw me backstage and all that, and they said, oh, he's really there. Everyone I know, hundreds of people, I got that in my phone. I'll show you when we done. Changed their profile picture to my face, to my flyer.
Wow.
Hundreds of people. And at the time, Revolt had me blocked because they called me a stalker.
Right.
Right? That's how it was. They had me blocked. Let me tell you why. Because I had found a way, a guy I knew, I didn't know him personally, I just knew him from my journey. People from everywhere, bro, everywhere, states. He was like, look, I have a gift for you. Someone gave this to me and I didn't know how to use it, but I know why I got it. I got it because it's for you. And it was the contact list of every single person in the company. Only one person went on that contact list, and it was P. Diddy. Rest in peace, Andre Harrell was in there, Keith Clean Scales, Kenny Burn. Every person number in the company was on there. So you know what I did? I went crazy until Google blocked me too. Spam. They thought I was spamming everybody. I'm emailing every person in the company. And then one time I see Kenny Burns with Meek Mill at Diddy's house. And I'm like, if someone texts my phone right now about you, I don't know. They said somebody, this is my perfect shot. So I text Kenny Burns, text him my flyer. I say, yo, this is Flex. I know y'all know who I am. Diddy got to see me. Tell him he got to see me. I'm not giving up. Boom, 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 boom. They say, this dude is crazy. And that's why they call me a stalker.
Wow. So how many days are you in when you start hitting meaningful milestones, I'll call it?
So I think the first milestone was the LA trip. Everything was just.
So you started in Atlanta.
So I had moved to Atlanta. I did a radio challenge. Things weren't working out there. So I came back home and launched a campaign.
Okay.
So I was living with people here. Launched a campaign from here. Then from here, we drove to LA. I think it was in March. So we were probably like maybe 40 days in at this point.
That's a long drive.
26 hours, 30 nonstop. We're going straight. We don't have time to stop and take a break. We're going straight. We got to get there, right? I think 30, 40 days in at this point. We get to LA. We go and source the scene first because we don't know nothing about it. So we say, okay, this is the office. So tomorrow, guys, you're going to post there. You're going to post there. That's going to go there tomorrow when we get here. But then I'm like, you know what? Why are we waiting until tomorrow? Get them signs. Let's go stand out here right now. And get the signs. We just standing outside.
You standing out in front of his office with a sign.
Yeah, we in front of his office, and we were in front of Revolt Studios with signs. No, not just signs. People got a T-shirt on with my face on it, and we have these big signs with my face on it. Hashtag Revolt. Hashtag I want to work for Diddy. Hashtag what's next for Flex. Hashtag where's the hashtag.
I mean, it's somewhat stalkerish, but I don't know if stalkers have signs. Right.
Right.
It made you more legit.
Maybe more legit. Because at first it was like, this guy is crazy. What is going on?
Yeah.
It's unreal. What is he doing? And so I see Kenny Burns coming out, walking.
Who is Kenny Burns?
So Kenny Burns is another big guy. I mean, Monica, he's responsible for Monica. Wale.
He works in the.
He worked in the industry, right?
Okay.
Kanye, he did Kanye West and Mariah, a lot of people, right? So Kenny Burns, and I see Kenny Burns because he was over brand development at Revolt at the time, and I see him walking to from the offices to the studios. So I go run up to him, yo, Kenny Burns. Wait, you that stalker? I said, I'm not a stalker, bro. I'm just trying to get it. I'm hustling. I said, where I come from, We don't see this every day in the street. You don't get a Kenny Burns walking on the street where I come from.
Right.
So I had to travel here. He's like, all right, what you want? And I had a glitch in the matrix. I didn't know what I wanted.
Wow.
I just wanted to get there to prove. Remember, the only thing was to prove that I can get there.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want to prove to everybody.
Did that teach you something whenever you met with him and he said, what do you want? And you didn't have an answer?
It taught me a lot. So we stayed out there. I'll tell you what it taught. We stayed out there. Andre Harrell pulls up. Andre Harrell, the Godfather, Andre Harrell pulls up. I go to Andre Harrell's car. I say, hey, look, okay, I gave him my flyer. Tell P. Diddy, okay. This guy downstairs going crazy. Keith Clinkscales come out, who was the CEO of Revolt at the time. He comes out and say, hey, man, what you doing? I say, bro, come upstairs. Let me take you upstairs. So he took us in the building. We met with the team. Okay, look, we're going to give you passes for the weekend. Y'all come have fun. That's not what I wanted, though. So I'm like, oh, they thought I just wanted to have fun and get some attention. So after LA, they sent me on my way. I said, we ain't stopping though. So I'm going through this like, okay, damn, is it over? Like, come on, we got to keep going. You know, you're going to go through those things. I'm like, come on, I'm in the mirror every day. Like, you got this. Like, come on, let's go. You got this, you know? And then I'm like, what am I going to do? I searched Kenny Burns' name on YouTube, and a interview came up, and I was watching the interview. And in that interview, he mentioned me. He was like, he was talking about being sought out, getting to the people you want to get to, crazy pitches. He's like, oh, that was this guy. This guy was relentless, tenacious. I mean, his ability to get to all the hierarchy in the business was amazing. He sent me a postcard. I sent everybody postcards, follow up every time, one of my tactics. And he sent me a postcard, and I'm like, that's my sign I needed. Thank you.
It registered somewhere.
Oh, it registered somewhere. Let's go. Let's plan the next one. New York. We're going to New York. Because I'm like, that was my sign. I need to know that we weren't done.
Now, was P. Diddy in New York and not L.A.? Was Ken Burns the only guy in L.A. or was P. Diddy in L.A.
So
as well?
P. Diddy was everywhere.
Okay.
I just ain't never got to him yet.
Okay.
But I want to get to you.
All right.
He wasn't in LA at the time I went. No.
Okay.
He wasn't in. I thought he would have been there because of the big thing that was going on, but he wasn't there.
Okay. Is that when he was transitioning back and forth?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
So I'm like, and it's also the 20-year Bad Boy reunion. So they get ready for tour and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's go to New York now. So we planned the New York trip. Same concept, same situation. Rallying up the troops, raise the money. Let's go. Let's figure it out. We drive over to New York.
How many days you're in at this point?
So we're probably now at least about maybe 4 months in at this point. We're probably about 4 months in at this point, August. So, because we went to New York in August. Okay. So we're in New York in August. So from March to August. Now we're in August. Go to New York, same situation. They call the cops, call security on us. Same thing. They call us back. Keith Clinkscales come out again and say, Flex, you're here again? Come on in here. What do you want? I'm like, I want this for real because now I have a better registration of what I want now. Remember, I didn't know what I wanted first. And he's like, man, because now this is real for me. It's personal. What do you want? And so he calls all his college-educated employees in, and he's like, hey, y'all, sit down. And they started telling me what school they went to. And
they let you in the building?
Oh, I'm in the building. I'm at the board. I'm in the boardroom. And so he called the staff in, and they're telling me what school they went to and the things they did. And okay, I see where this is about to go. You about to tell me that what I'm doing is bullshit and I need to find a better way to do it. I need to go to school and I need to do all this.
Yeah. I
said, let me stop you right there. I said, you know what I did to get here?
Yeah.
I said, I drove here. He asked the team, he's like, why y'all with Flex? Like, y'all look like a cult. Y'all have his shirts on. They say, we believe in him. He's like, so y'all just got in a van and just followed him aimlessly. Yeah, we believe. He's like, how you have that much power? I said, so then he said, y'all drove here? Y'all didn't get on flights? I said, we drove. I drove here. I drove to LA. He dismissed his team. He said, okay, let's talk. I'm listening. You got my attention. I said, I just need y'all to validate me. Stop making me look like a fool. Take me up. Y'all got me blocked. Go and post my picture on you. Go embrace me. Say that it's real. Things are real. And Diddy hadn't followed me by this time. Diddy hadn't followed me yet at this time. He's like, I'm like, y'all go embrace what I'm doing. They're like, okay, here's my contact with the whoop. So left New York. Now I have more in following up. Next thing that
you got in the building, so that's another milestone.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So I got in the building in LA as well.
Okay, and you're having meaningful conversations.
Meaningful conversations is things are getting a little more real. I'm not looking so crazy. Now throughout all this time, I'm creating all kind of other I'm promoting Ciroc. I'm doing events. I'm promoting Ciroc. I'm promoting Revolt. I'm actually I did push cards and I sent to everyone I knew. Call Cox right now and tell Cox we want Revolt, because Cox didn't have Revolt. DirecTV didn't have Revolt. AT&T didn't have Revolt on their network. Revolt wasn't even down south yet. Okay. And I'm in Atlanta at Cox
What
Communications.
is Revolt, just for our listeners?
So Revolt is the network, is P. Diddy's network, television network, media, news, like a full network, just like you'll go to BET. Or
so you're using your platform with your people that are following your journey, and you're giving them value, essentially.
Correct. So I'm saying this is what I could do for you with no resources. So
and without payment.
Without payment. Nothing. Just let me show you what I can do from grit. So I'm at Cox Communications.
And that's part of your plan?
And that's part of my plan.
Okay.
I'm at Cox Communications. We won't Revolt. I have people calling around the clock, calling Cox, asking, is Revolt on my network? Is Revolt, I can't watch Revolt. Calling AT&T, calling DirecTV. And if you go look at Cox AT&T now, you'll see Revolt. I got videos I'll show you, like on around the clock doing it. And so I'm pushing Ciroc. I'm doing Ciroc parties. I'm just pushing his brands with me, Aqua Hydrate, whatever, pushing it with me. So New York is over. We're like, all right, what's next? We're going to keep this going. Let's go to Atlanta. BET Hip Hop Awards is coming.
Did you ever stop and say, maybe this journey is over? Or
yes,
yeah,
several times.
Okay.
Maybe this journey is over. Then I started saying this. When people ask me, what's going to happen if you don't find P. Diddy? I said, you're going to be wearing black.
Wow.
You know what that means? I'm dead.
Dead.
Only way I'm not going to find P. Diddy is if I'm dead.
Wow.
Only thing going to stop me is death.
So you would question yourself, but then you would just...
I'll question myself, and then I realized this has to happen. I'm insane now. Like, I cannot do nothing else in life without this happening, because now this is real for me. So if you ask me that again, be planning to come to my funeral. That's it. So if you want to come to my funeral, then keep asking me that, because that's the only way I'm not going to find P. Diddy. And if you ask me that again, actually stop fucking talking to me, because we can't talk no more. When you don't bring that kind of energy to me, you don't get it from around me because you don't believe. I don't want no non-believers. Let me go be crazy in my corner. And when it's real, then you'll see. And so I had to get those people from around me so that way I could really, really see clearly myself. It came a lot of times. So Hip Hop Awards coming up in October. BET Hip Hop Awards. I say that's our next trip. We're going to Atlanta. And throughout there, we did things like DC, Virginia, like some small things. But we say we're going to Atlanta, Hip Hop Awards. So we get to Atlanta. P. Diddy's performing at Atlanta at the Hip Hop Awards 20-year reunion. That's when he fell down. They had this after party. I paid $200 for a damn ticket, but hey, it's cool, right? And I got this wristband on. It says Privé Diddy, and we're in this VIP section. And I'm like, this security got a suit on, but these don't. Oh, I know this guy, Roger Bonds. He worked with P. Diddy because I DM'd him before. He never DM'd me back though. And they put in this Ciroc. It's kind of close to me. Am I close to Diddy? Diddy post this Instagram post, a repost of my post with my wristband on. Now, by this time, Diddy is following me. Post, because he followed me after the New York trip. He posts a wristband, my post, and my friend's like, yo, Diddy just reposted you. Post is like, yeah, we in Atlanta, baby. It's going crazy. I'm on my way. And I'm like, he talking to me? Got it? He got to be telling me he's on his way, right? Because if he reposted my post and say I'm on my way, he must be talking to me. Man, Diddy gets there. See where you're standing and where I'm standing? That's the exact distance from us. He gets there, he stands on the thing and he's talking. He turns around, just like you and I are looking at each other. You ever watch the movie where everything stops?
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And we're looking at each other. And he smiles. I smile. He shakes my hand. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
He like, give him something to drink. Y'all give him something to drink. He gets on the mic. He's like, we're going to make dreams come true next week, because the next week was a Rough Vault Music Conference. We're going to make dreams come true next week. Tonight we're going to party. Whoop de whoop. And I'm like, yo.
He's talking to me.
He's talking to me.
Yeah.
He's talking to me. And that whole weekend, they let me hang out with them. Me and Diddy didn't really get no FaceTime together much. I was just in the crew, hang out with them, having fun at parties, drinking, but everybody's embracing me by that point. So Kenny Burns grabbed me on the side. He was like, yeah, you know, whoop de whoop, like you gotta know how to hustle. You gotta know what you want. Last time we met, you didn't know what you wanted, but I see you moving now. You know, so next week come meet us at Revolt. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you a position. You'll be able to work, be an ambassador for that weekend. Kind of get in the flow. All right, cool. I just spent my last $200 on this event. I don't have no money, so I leave Atlanta, go back home. Well, we leave Atlanta, go back home, and I have 5 days to figure out how I'm gonna get to Miami. 5 days. How am I going to get to Miami? I don't know how I'm going to get to Miami.
Miami's a long way
That was
away.
a 15-hour drive.
Yeah.
I know because we did it. How am I going to get to Miami? I go to the music studio, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm trying to go to Revolt. Go talk to a couple artists. I'm like, I don't have nothing. They're like, I'm convinced. I'm like, they're like, we're going to come. Let's go. So they all say, let's go. Let's go get the cars. Let's go. And like 14 people just suited up and say, we coming. And we drove to New York. That day I needed to get there. On the way there, booking the hotel rooms. On the way there, gassing up. On the way there. No, I said, y'all just follow me. We're going to figure the rest out. We get there. They go out. They go have fun. I stay in the room because I need to figure this out. So the next day I go to the hotel. It was at the Fountain Blue. I go to the hotel and I'm looking for Kenny to give me the role, whatever position I was going to work that weekend. And couldn't find Kenny. They're like, oh, wait, let me. So I see Keith Clinskell, CEO, down the hall. I'm like, perfect. So I walk all the way around the hotel so I can bump into him accidentally. I walk all the way around the hotel, started walking with my phone, my head down with my phone. Oh, Keith, he say, what's up, Flex? He's like, what's up? What you doing? I'm like, man, I'm here trying to find Kenny. He said I was going to work this weekend. I can't find you. He's like, where's your wristband? I'm like, I don't have one. He's like, oh, you're not going to? I can't afford it. He's like, where your team at? I say, they're at the hotel, but listen, they know this weekend is not about them. It's about me this weekend. So this weekend is about me getting what I need. So no, I know how you roll, Flex. Tell them they have an hour to get here. I'm going to give you all wristbands. I say, what? Tell them they got an hour. They got there in an hour. He made us wait an extra hour, but that's okay.
That's all right.
He comes, he give us all the wristbands. He say, listen, just because I work with D don't mean I can get it. Y'all better respect Flex. Y'all better understand his hustle. He's like, then he tells me to line up for the weekend. So we're in there, we're having fun, we're doing all that. So it rains in Miami. It ends up raining that night. The concert was supposed to be outside. It ends up raining. I see them making changes. So everybody leaves the hotel, go change for the event for the night. I stay. I didn't even eat. I'm hungry. I'm finding scraps. I swear to you, I'm finding scraps in the free, the free platter things because I'm hungry. I was first in line. I'm not getting out this line because when they open these doors, I need to be first in line at the stage. And that's what happened. So I go in, my friend, my people, they're on their way now because I'm right here at the stage. When they get there, I'm like, hey, y'all, when P. Diddy come out and pull me on stage, make sure y'all record. Man, what? Make sure y'all record. But I'm just talking, right? So Diddy comes out, he performs 2 songs, and I'm like, God, thank you. If this is all I get, because what are the chances that I'm here during Diddy's 20th year reunion, they don't perform no more. This is a 20th year reunion. Thank you. If this is all I get, old little boy from Lafayette, I think this is due. Thank you.
Front row.
Watch.
Negotiated free wristbands.
Like how else I'm gonna get there?
Yeah.
Friends believe that.
So you're already satisfied.
I'm satisfied at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we can call it.
Yeah.
After this weekend, we can probably say we're good.
Yeah.
So I thought.
So you thought.
So Diddy he's on his second song. He looks over, sees me. Now I'm just thinking we're about to shake hands again like we did the weekend before in Atlanta, right? We shake hands. He pulled me up on stage. And now this time I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Do I cry? Do I rejoice? Do I hug him? What do I do, right?
Good question.
It's Diddy. You don't outshine Diddy.
Yeah, right.
But you don't be like a little punk and cry.
Right.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Security come. Now remember, I'm that stalker.
Yeah.
Remember?
Right. Security
Security comes running to grab me. They grab me trying to take me off stage. They like, hold up, wait. They thinking that stalker done jumped on stage and got to Diddy. So he has to stop the music. He like, hold up, wait. Wait, he good. I got him. That's my boy. And then he's like, he follows me on Instagram. I follow him. Man, tell him your story. Tell him your whole story. When I get the mic and my first words are, you heard me, I knew that was my stage at that point. Because now I'm confident. I'm on stage with Diddy. And I say, you heard me? The crowd goes, wow. Because you have to also remember a lot of the people that's in the audience are also, they're all at Revolt to see this. They've been following my journey. They've been connected to my journey scene. And they're like, he's on stage, he made it. So I told my story. After that, that's when I started talking to all the executives in the company, figure out where.
But in his moment, he gives you the microphone.
In his moment, he gives me the microphone and I share my story. And I was specific about how I shared the story because I had to make sure he heard and his team heard every point. I raised money.
Damn, dude, I wouldn't have been. I don't know if I'd have been ready to talk in front of that many people.
I raised money. I built a team. I traveled. I was hitting the points to let him know that this was strategic. Me being on stage wasn't an accident. It was strategic to get here. So I wanted to make sure that was clear as people were listening. I raised money. I built a team. I researched. I followed everyone around you.
Can you find that video somewhere?
I found everyone around you. It wasn't just to get to you. I had to get to everyone around you to get to you. Everyone around you. His CEOs, his DSMs. I remember we were in Miami at the next day, actually, after he pulled me the next day. So there's this panel going on, and I go up to the panel on the mic, and I say, "What's up, Inflex? You heard me." Like, "Hi, we heard you." I say, "So, Dia, on an interview you did, you said companies would kill for someone who goes out, seek their brand, make it their own, do everything they can to build that brand without even being asked." I said, "You also said this. Remember, I was in speech and debate. You also said this. I've done all those things. That's how I made it on stage yesterday." She's like, and so someone cuts me off. "Okay, sir, but is there a question?" Because you're supposed to just go ask the question, not give this whole story. So he was like, "Oh, no, hold up. I know who Flex is. I know exactly who Flex is because Flex is doing it right. He's all over Instagram, drinking Ciroc, posting Deleon, singing Finna Get Loose. Anything that Diddy was doing, I was doing. Singing the songs, drinking the water. Like, if I had to go out with an athlete and and work out, I would tell you, take that water down, boy. Put that aqua hydrate right there because it's Diddy's product. A video is not getting on without." And so she's like, "He's doing it right. You're doing exactly right. So keep doing what you're doing. Actually, she told her assistant, give him my number. Let's talk." And we talked. And that's when things started going crazy.
Is this the video?
Well, that's the video of Dia Sims.
The campaign. Mm-hmm. But the idea was to get to all of the offices of the Combs Enterprises and the high-level executives.
This is the same week.
First, to put my face in the place, as Kenny Burns say. The question more so is, since you're aware that's been done, what would you say the next step would be?
So I want to just make sure everybody in the crowd knows. When we talk about building your own brand and being relentless, he is an example of it. So I absolutely know who Flex is because he is all over social media, documenting it, doing a great job with the imagery, saying, "I want to work for Diddy. Here's why. Here's what I'm doing. I'm taking photos next to DeLeon. I'm putting Ciroc in somebody's hand. I'm wearing Sean John. I'm singing Finna Get Loose." So I first want to I want to acknowledge that.
You had that tight fade back then, huh?
So you should give a hashtag out because he is doing it right. And I do appreciate your efforts. Jessica, can you give Flex my card and let's talk?
Thank you.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
Now you know I'm not a liar.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you found it. How you found it?
It's on your Instagram.
It's on there now?
Yeah, on your reels.
I think it's.
Oh, there you go, boss.
I think it's really cool that you documented the whole process.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I try to do that on my social media too. Right. Not everything's going to be a hitter, but I'm documenting the process.
Showing the journey.
You know, Kaylee told me yesterday. She said something really smart. I never thought of it that way. She said, "You know what? This podcast, regardless if people watch it, don't watch it, it does anything for whatever, you are creating a legacy for your children."
Yeah. Yeah.
Your children one day may want to see what you were like when you were 39 years old and how you thought and how you asked questions. And I was like, that makes it worth it
for them.
That makes it worth it in itself.
As their grandfather watch, like it's something to pass on. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you documented the process. So what do you think, what qualities, if you had to give me 3 qualities that enabled you to meet P. Diddy, what would you say?
3 things. And this is something I learned through high school and even through this journey. 3 things. First thing, do everything in a spirit of excellence. Second, be completely undeniable. And third, just figure it out. When it gets real tough, figure it the fuck out. Here's what I mean. Spirit of excellence, number 1. When you do everything with character, integrity, when Chaz called me and asked me to do something, even if Chaz's not there, if I do it like I'm supposed to do it to the best that I know how to do it, you don't have to worry about if I stole your money, if I lied. You don't have to worry. I'm not stalking. That's the spirit of excellence. I feel great, and that means anything that you put out is going to be perfect. It's going to look great. It's going to feel great. And when you step into a room, people are going to feel your energy. Excellence. Don't half-ass it. Excellence. Excellence. I would tell my team when we were don't wear that shirt. Don't do this. Do this. Don't do excellence when they see you. Walk like this. Smile like this. Look like this. Second, Be completely undeniable. If you and I are on a stage and we're in a talent show and you win and the crowd gets mad, they throw boo, 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 because they thought I was supposed to win. But you know what? This guy really mad because I probably took one of the judges. I probably took his girlfriend in 4th grade or something, and he still got that chip on his shoulder. So he docked me a point, and you won. But you know what? I know that I did everything I was supposed to do spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything I was supposed to do to the best that I could do it. I stayed up later. I woke up earlier. I manifested. I ate right. I fasted. I prayed. I did everything that I was supposed to do. It just didn't happen. But I feel okay about it because I know I did everything. I'm undeniable. I left everything I was supposed to leave on that stage, and everybody know I was supposed to win that show, no matter what. And then third, figure it out. How many ways, real question, how many ways can you get to the number 3? If you're doing a math problem, how many math problems can you put together to get to number 3, to equal 3?
I'm not good at math. Lawyers aren't good at math, but I'd say probably 4. Infinite. Yeah.
Infinite. Because I can create any concoction, any type of problem.
I forget the negatives.
8 square, the square root of 8 times 3 divided.
Right.
Infinite ways you can get to number 3. So that's what I mean by figure it out. There's always a way. Always another way. If you ponder so much on why it's not working or what's not working, then you're stuck there. You're creating arrested development for yourself. Arrested development is where you get stuck in a stage and you can't grow from that stage because you've been captured. And in your mind, you're stuck there. So when you see somebody who's still living from 2010, 2005, they're caught arrested development and they've never found a place in their mind to be able to move forward. So they're wearing the same type of clothes. They're using the same type of phone. Or people who go to jail and they come out and they're like, oh, you got stuck. Arrested development. You haven't developed. And so when you figure out, worry so much on the problems, you can't think of a solution. Okay, you're right. 1 + 2 is 3. But also 4 - 1. So just because you wanted me to say 1 + 2, I'm still not wrong. I'm right. At the end of the day, I got to the conclusion we needed to get to. How I did it was different, but I got there. But then when you're going to say, you don't even have to say, but long as it's morally right and good integrity, you know why you don't have to tell me that? Because I tell you what number 1 was. Everything in the spirit of excellence. So if I'm already doing everything in the spirit of excellence, then you don't have to worry about number 3. So don't worry about how I got there because I already told you what number 1 was. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
I already did it. I already did everything right integrity wise. So when I tell you, let me figure this out, I'm going to do what I got to do, however I got to do, whatever. I did it right because I already did number 1.
Do you think that it's a 2-part question? Number 1 is how did you come to that, right? Where you were so open-minded and allowed yourself to dream big. And then what do you see in the communities that we live in where is the disconnect?
That's good.
How do you?
So I got hit by a car in 2004. That's what we forgot to say. The best thing ever happened in my life is being in a hospital bed, waking up, not knowing anybody. Had to have surgery, metal replacements in my hip, my pelvis to my knee. Figure, okay, am I going to grow like this? Am I going to be, what am I going to do? Because I had time to sit down and think at that point. I was in the 8th grade. And that's how I got into radio. Because now I had to stay stuck home, figuring out what to do. We didn't have this. We didn't have these phones. So all I had to do was listen to the radio and watch wrestling or something.
Yeah.
And so I would go on the little computer, the little big box, white computers, and I would go on what we had, LimeWire or something, and I would just media play and I would just play songs and I would act like I'm on the radio. That was, you know, we all got imaginary things going on. Right. That was my imaginary thing. And I would listen to the radio every day, every night, to the point that I understood the system of radio. I would win prizes every day. So now when you listen to the radio here and they say, yo, you can't win, you got 30 days before you can win, that's because of me. Because I would win every night. Hey, bro, you can't, my boss said we can't keep letting you win people. Then they put that rule in place. So I mastered radio, and that's how I got into radio. And then that started the trajectory of my life, right? So I started seeing things differently. Then I got fired from radio station, had an accident in 2014 again. And that's when, now I'm alone. I have no car. I have no job. I have to figure this out. And I started to be able to see things differently, right? And that's why I started seeing differently and say, okay, I have to move this way. So mentally, I knew that this is not what I wanted. Because first, when I started following Diddy, it wasn't about the celebrity. It was about proving my brand, proving my concept. But when I got deeper into it, it became about, oh, this is a dream now. Let me show everybody that this dream can come true. And if you can live vicariously through me, then your dreams can come true. So if you can see me, watch I'm documenting all of it, the broke, the good, the bad, every part of it. And you're seeing what I'm going through firsthand, then that's enough to ignite you to believe in yourself. Because we hear the Oprah stories, we hear the Will Smiths, the Jeff Bezos, the Diddy, we hear all these, but if you haven't been through this, then in your mind, you think, oh, that's copy points. Right. Every person PR makes them say that. No, that's real.
Right. So, when we were young, people wanted to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But nobody was giving you a step-by-step.
Nobody was giving you a step-by-step process. You see, Jordan makes it, and then Jordan talk about, I stayed up this many hours.
Right.
I this many shots. You didn't watch Jordan do those shots. All you can do is hear what he said and believe. What I said was, I'm going to let you watch this journey, all my pitfalls, all the fails, all the success, even still to right now. I'm going to let you watch the journey. And if you continue to follow it, then that gives you a little bit of motivation. That gives you a little bit of energy. And so I was this entrepreneur guy who's like, look, F school, F traditional schooling, forget about jobs, go all in, build your brand, be an entrepreneur. And then I am now in a place where I'm going from entrepreneur to executive. So the new entrepreneurship is executive. And I explain that because when you think of somebody like Jeff Bezos or even Elon Musk, they have jobs. Well, Jeff maybe don't have a job anymore because I think he stepped, but they had or have jobs.
Yeah, they were CEOs.
They were CEOs. They got a paycheck now, a real hefty paycheck.
Right.
But they got a paycheck every 2 weeks or every month. That counting their options and their shares. They still own what they own with other people because they had to raise money to make it as big as it is, but they still have a job.
They're making decisions.
They're making decisions. And then they still can get fired. I mean,
CEOs get ousted all the time. That were founders of the company.
Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Jobs.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, you know what? We got this all wrong. We have this entrepreneur spirit, something that we feel like, and as a black culture, I tell you that we come from a place where we feel like we got to struggle all the time. Or we got to get out of the mud. Oh, I don't need no handouts. I don't need no PPP loan. I don't need no loan. I'm going to get it on my own. I'm going to grind. My kids going to learn how to grind. And we come from a struggle culture in the black community, and then we get arrested development because we get stuck there sometimes. And so we try to be entrepreneurs, or we become entrepreneurs, and we continue to grind. But that's all we end up doing is grinding and hustling. And when you grind, eventually that she's gonna do what?
You gotta rub down.
It's gonna rub down.
Yeah.
If I keep grinding my hand with this phone, even though there's no point, eventually, if I do this long enough, flesh will break. So to continue grinding, hustling, we continue on the rat race. So I said, oh, you know what we may need to do? We need to be in position. It's about proximity now. It's about positioning. Because if I need a loan, Chaz, and I go to a bank and you don't look like me or you don't understand me, it may be a little bit harder for me to get that loan.
I understand that.
If I go to a deal wherever, it may be a little bit harder because you don't understand, not because I'm black necessarily, but just because you don't understand my upcoming. You don't understand the culture. You don't understand my language. We speak different languages.
But I think in talking to you, what I've picked up on is, okay, I may look at you a little differently if I'm the bank owner or something like that versus me or whoever else. Right. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Right.
Well, the reason why most, and I'm going to say black people again, or minorities at least, most of us don't try because we don't know.
Right.
You know the rule of you don't know.
Or we have the mindset that it won't work.
That it won't work. And we kill it. We already stopped ourselves already.
It's a limiting belief.
Well, even with that, they don't even know the possibility that it's okay. Yeah. Because like I said, we already have the mindset that I don't have to, I'm going to get out the mud. I'm going to grind. I don't need no loans. I don't need no handout. I don't need no rich parents. We're only saying that because we're deflecting. Right. I wish I had a rich parent.
Right.
I wish I had the best credit. I wish, but we're saying that because we're using our struggle as I'm good. We're deflecting.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need a rich parent. I don't need handouts. But the fact is, we don't even know that it's okay to go get money. We look at it as we're begging. People say that. My own parents. Oh, what Flex doing begging people for money to get to P. Diddy? Well, y'all not giving me the damn money. So if you thought that was begging, no, I was fundraising. I was raising funds.
Right.
To invest in my dreams. It's not begging. And now my dad literally is just understanding that concept right now. So we don't have the mindset of understanding that it's okay to go get a loan, do right with it. It's okay to go get money. When I say get a loan, I'm not talking about go and get a title loan to pay. No, I'm talking about a good business plan, going to the bank, going to private investors, going to partners. Hey, Chaz, I have this great idea, man. I know you're doing this, but I know you like to get into business. I have this great development I'm about to start. Let's go sit down. Let's have a talk. But we built a relationship already first. I didn't just come to you and say, hey, bro, this is what I want to do. Right? We built a relationship. Oh, let's talk. Let's see. I can't do it, Flex, but I got a guy who can do it. Let me bring two of my guys and let's sit and talk. It's okay to go and do those things, and we don't understand that it is okay to go get the money. And then, again, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, if you go and watch the Uber movies and all that, you understand that those companies weren't built off of just the first dollar that Elon put in. Elon had to take that money that he made with PayPal and then reinvest it in something else. And then to build a company this massive, that's when we go to IPO. And well, guess what? When the company goes public, that means us regular people are putting our money in to help their company get bigger.
He's raising money the whole time.
He's raising money the whole
and he's selling
damn
his dream.
time.
And he's selling
and he's selling and people and I'm going to buy stocks in the Apple. I'm going to buy stocks in Amazon. Well, all he's doing is selling his dream to you, and you're investing into it. And he's raising money to build his dream. It's not a problem. All I want our people to understand is that's how it goes.
But something, okay, there's the opposite of that too. Some people say, well, I got a great idea. They want to go from 0 to 100, right? How many people want that shortcut? They want the get rich quick scheme and say, okay, I have this idea. Here, where's the money?
So I think that's another reason why I say another reason why I say executives. Because if you understand the fundamentals now, how to write a business plan, I'll give you steps, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if I get to give you 3 to 4 steps.
Yeah, let me frame it for you. So if I want to start a business, what's the first 3 steps?
Okay. If you want to start a business, I said the first 3 steps, not spiritually manifesting wise. I'm talking about real physical, right? Develop a business plan. Create a proof of concept and proof of market, and then build relationships.
Building relationships is so important, right?
Did I say money? I didn't.
No, he didn't say money.
My guy Cam's right there. I said, we don't worry about the money.
No.
Because let me give you another analogy. When you go to get a house, when you go get a loan from the bank to build your house or build your skyscraper or build whatever you're building, your business, get a loan for the bit, whatever. If you go to the bank and you don't have a plan, they won't give you $1.
Nope.
So I tell people, you have to create the plan, then go get the money. So if you're worried about, I don't have the money yet for it, so you're not creating a plan because you don't have the money, you're already lost. Create the plan and use the plan to get the money. So you didn't hear me in those 3 steps. I didn't say anything about money, because creating a business plan, proving the concept and that there's a market for it, and then building resources and relationships. And that brings the money you need. Because if your first thing is, I need to go get the money, you lost. Because you might not get the money right away.
Let's take them in steps. Business plan.
Business plan.
What's so good about a business plan?
Well, a business plan, first off, it makes the people that you're going to ask for whatever, money to work, whatever, know that, first off, you're serious about what you're doing. You're clear about your vision, that you can see it throughout. Because even if sometimes the people you're talking to can't see it, but that business plan helps them see that it is clear. And then it's kind of like almost nothing is fail safe proof, but it shows that, all right, there's contingencies. If this happens, right?
You've thought it out. You've thought it out. And I've written 3 business plans. When you're writing it out, you find holes in your business.
In your own.
And sometimes on page 3, you tear that business plan, and it's like, this business is not going to work.
Yeah, this is not the one. Okay, wait. Every time I get an idea, and it's a good one,
Start journaling.
Start journaling. And then I do my research. I do my homework. I start developing. Bum, 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 bum. I got business plans on business plans and concepts and pitch decks. That's why every time somebody come from me, I say, oh, I got that already. Hold on. Let me go to my files.
And some will never see the light of day.
Some are
good ideas.
And guess what? Some see the light of day from someone else.
Right.
Like, damn, we had that idea.
Yeah.
Well, they got it.
Yeah.
Next.
Execution is important.
Execution is important. So then when you
That's another point, though. An idea is one thing. Execution is a whole different ballgame.
So execution comes in when you're building a proof of concept and proof of market.
That's right.
Because the only way you can do that is if you go out and do it, execute it, no matter what. Only things people be like, Flex, it's not that simple. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Just go do it. I don't like him anymore. Break up with him.
Right.
It's not that simple. Why?
Yeah. I'm a great lawyer, everyone. I have a law office. I'm a great lawyer, everyone. No one hires me. Well, I haven't proved.
You haven't proved that you're a great lawyer.
I'm a great lawyer. I have no market.
No market. They don't even have car wrecks around here. People don't drive.
No.
So you're in the wrong place, brother.
That's
I'm
right.
going to start this, and everyone here walks.
Yeah.
No one drives. Why are you in that market to be a personal injury attorney?
Exactly.
Oh, there's no one doing business here. Why are you in that market? There's no workman's comp there, right? So you got to prove your market and prove the concept. Same thing when we go back to the Diddy thing. We proved the concept. Remember, I was only proving the concept of the 280-day system. That's the only reason why that happened, ideally. Proving the market that, hey, people need this. And so after that, again, people go, hey, I want to get to Steve Harvey. Hey, I want to get to Wiz Khalifa. Hey, I want to get to this guy. Hey, I want to get to this guy. Hey, I want to get my brand here. Now you have the market. So through proof of market and proof of concept with this stage 2, that's where execution come into play ideally, because you have to actually do it. You take what you say in your business plan, try and true. Guess what? Like you said, oh, I realized this is how I go. So let me go adjust my plan. Oh, let me go adjust my logo. Oh, let me go adjust this based on me trying it. Because it's one thing to have it out on paper. Now get to work and you'll see, oh, that didn't work well like that. I'm telling the clients right now, I have a couple of clients right now who's, but I got to get it going first. How are you going to get it going without getting it going? You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
How are you going to get it going without getting it going? You got to get it going in order for it to get going.
So I had a nickname that we would say about the office. Everybody wants to pick my brain. I'm a lawyer. Everybody wants to pick my brain all the time. So a lot of times I used to do different areas of law, and so people would want to start a business. All right, so they call me, they want an LLC, they want to operate a group. And I call myself the dream killer because I would start asking basic questions. Do you have a business plan? Do you do this? What you could do if this? And it would stop, and you could hear it. You could hear it on the phone. I was like, you're not ready for
the meat
business.
not thawed out. The meat's still in the freezer.
The LLC is number 99 on the list. You're trying to protect yourself from liability. That's 99 on the list, man.
No, I get an LLC, I'm in business.
Right.
That's the belief now.
That's a damn good way of putting it.
I mean, I get an LLC, everybody.
I got a business.
I'm not knocking anybody. Listen, what I'm saying is, but I get it. We just educating. I get an LLC, I post it up and say, I'm in business now.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I could get one for $25 on the Secretary of State website right now. I could do it while we're filming.
Right now, I do it free.
Yeah.
So if you need LLC, somebody asked me yesterday, I'm like, how much? I say I do it free. What you need? I love people who want one, but that's just a part of it. You know why I can do it free? Because you see, now you need my business plan course. Now you need my business plan prep guide.
Right.
And guess what? I can give you that free too.
Yep. You still got to do it. You still got
to do it.
But what was number 3? I wanted to hit number 3. Oh, people relationships.
So build relationships.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Number 3.
Networking. Which is why you're sitting across from me in a podcast.
So let's share that. So I don't know how I ran across your Instagram, Chaz. I ran across your Instagram.
I'm happy you did, by the way.
I think I showed Cam your Instagram before. I ran across it. I say, and we were looking, trying to get clients. Like, okay, we got to get some clients. And I'm like, his podcast is dope. You know, I'm a stalker, remember? So I'm doing my homework. I'm looking.
Now you're on stage with Chad.
Yeah. And so I see our guy. Okay, he's producing the Insta. Okay.
We had a mutual friend with Carl.
Okay. I'm like, okay, he's producing it. So he may not need, Car's a superstar in this podcast thing. So I can't approach Chaz on helping him with a podcast because he already got the guy. And actually, he got the guy that I probably would have called.
Right.
I would have been a third party. Like, hey,
so
look,
I have good
appreciate it, Flex.
And I have good judgment, right?
Yeah, because I would have come to you and like, great. Hey, I got the client. Let's set up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, can't go that route. So how else can I help Chaz? So I just have to watch you while and say, how else can we help him? You hear what I just said? How can I help Chaz? Mm-hmm. How can we as a team help Chaz? Not what can Chaz do for me. What can I offer Chaz?
That comes later. Later. And then here's the thing. Chaz knows that comes with it.
Yeah.
When I come make an offering, I don't have to talk about it because Chaz knows that comes later, right? So what can I do to help Chaz? How can I help Chaz? What is he doing that he's lacking? So I'm just watching. So then there's another mutual friend. So I told you I rode by your office one time just to see where you were located, check out the scene, check out the site. Okay, great. Then another partner, client, friend says, hey, we need to go by my lawyer to work on this situation we have. I'm like, okay, great. I'll meet you. Let's go right there. Come ride with me. And then we roll it up. I say, oh, we're at Chaz's spot. I said, who you mean with Chaz or you mean with
You know our friend wants him to say his name. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
So we were Jacoby, right? JL Construction. Shout out to Jacoby too. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Jacoby, I saw Jacoby this morning. He'd be upset about it if we didn't say his name.
Because actually the other podcast, I think he's like, you shouted me out. I'm like, yeah, I shouted you out, but I didn't say your name.
Yeah.
And you right. Because sometimes I don't know if people want their names.
Jacoby, you got to listen to the podcast for 55 minutes before we mention your name, bro. But we got you, bro.
So I don't be knowing if people want to say their name out. But yeah, so Jacoby, working together with partners, also a client, and he's like, "Yo, we got to go to my attorney to get some legal situations done." Whoops. All right, great. Pick me up. We'll go there. And he pulls up here and he's like, "Oh, I'm like, yo, this is Chaz's spot. You with Chaz? You with Chaz or you with another attorney here? I don't know. Chaz is my guy. I mean, me and I say, what?
Yeah.
I said, man, I've been trying to get the Chaz. I'm like, okay.
Since I'm 5 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been wanting to get the Chaz. I said, but business at hand first.
Yeah.
And I let the business at hand get talked about, like, oh, hey, Chaz, you also know this. And then Jacoby, of course, he's free giving, like, oh, no, Chaz, this is my guy. He does this. Y'all, we going to get to this business too, but man, y'all need to. And then Moon was love at first sight. Oh, man, we need to do this.
Yeah. Then we ended up going to lunch.
Ended up going to lunch, talking more at lunch, understanding the journey, the story, and say, hey, let's follow up. Let's continue. And follow up is important.
Yeah.
You're busy, and I'm like, oh, no worries. Stay busy.
Worries. Yeah,
I'm just tapping in with you.
One bit.
I'm letting you know I'm here. Whoop, whoop. I got some other things I'm going to do too, but we good.
And I threw some questions at you to test you, and you delivered on them, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, you know, I just threw some things out, and you had some value to add. And I know this stuff pretty good.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
And you threw some value.
Oh, and that comes with that consistency, experience. Like I said, when you ask me a question, I don't have to find the answer, because this is the reason why I was so comfortable when I got on stage with Diddy, because that was practiced work.
Right.
I already knew what I was going to say because I did the journey. I didn't have to lie or make anything up.
I want to push that a step further. So that part 3, relationships, right? So that goes into networking.
Correct.
And that's really where you talk to me about, is the networking piece. Give me your spill on networking, and you can talk about events and all that good stuff.
So when you're networking, I think, like, again, I didn't say money, because the great Godfather, Clarence Avon, rest in peace, just passed away. He's like, I don't have money, I have rich friends. I don't need money, I got friends. And your friends know you're a problem solver, you're a solution, then you're the guy they call to solve problems for them. And now it's great to be rich, and we're going to be rich and all that. But the point is, I still have people that I can call on. And to that point, it's when people know that you're a solutionist, they want you around. You're not sucking. You're more giving than anything, right? When you're networking, whether it's physical or whether it's social media, emails, because that's a part of my 280 system too. Gary Vee said it goes down a DM, right? I think there's a tactic to that as well. There's this thing called 6-degree handshake, 6-degree circle, whatever, however you want to consider, which means you're always just 6 handshakes from the person you want to be with. 6, I don't care where they at in this world. 6 handshakes. Again, I wanted to get the Chaz, but I didn't know I was 1 handshake away. I thought maybe I was 3 or 4. I was just 1, because you knew Jacoby and I knew Jacoby. So I shake hands with Jacoby. That's 1 handshake. And now if I move him out the way, me and you can shake hands. That's the degree, right? And so you always, and you find that out by networking, by connecting. So when you're networking, I'd say one thing that's important, I might see you 6 or 7, like when you go to Walmart, you see somebody in Walmart. We don't have to talk every time we see each other, right? When we talk the first time we see each other, hey, what's up? Second time we might,
yeah. Okay,
but we see, all right, 7, like, you gonna buy me something or something? We don't need to talk every time. I would say always add value in the space you go in. Always add value in the space you're going in, because again, like you said, not pressuring you, but hey, this is what I want to offer. This is my offering to you. So if I had to go on someone DM, I would do this first. My step 1 would be saying, let me recognize you by name. Make it more personable. Hey, Chaz. Yo, what's up, Chaz?
Everybody loves hearing their own name.
Yeah. Everybody loves hearing their name. I wouldn't get, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yo, Chaz. That's gonna catch your attention. Yo, Chaz. He knows me.
Yeah. Or it's not a bot.
It's not a bot. I'm
right.
specific. I'm speaking specifically to you. Hey, yo, Chaz, what's up, man? That's that's introductory. Step 1. Introductory by name. Or, yo, Chaz, what's up, man? Bro, I'm not introducing myself yet. I didn't even tell you who I am yet. Because you're going to go find out who I am if you like what I'm talking about. Yo, Chaz, what's up, man? then I compliment something that you're doing. And specific. I be specific and general about it. I don't just, yeah, man, you're killing it in the world. Yo, Chaz, what's up, man? I saw your video when you was talking about Amazon, and bro, that was so dope because you said 1, 2, 3. Y'all just saw it with Dia Sims. I specifically told her what she said and then how I countered that. So I specifically tell you that I'm watching, I'm paying attention. That's part 2. 3, now I say give an offering. Man, I think me and you can connect. I can do 1, 2, 3 for you, with you, by you, because of you, whatever. That video was dope. I got an idea for another episode. If I come on, we can talk about 1, 2, 3. I got an idea for this. I can help you build your content because I thought of something that would be dope if we start putting you on stages like 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna actually be in Lafayette on Thursday through Saturday. Let me know if you got some time we can connect. Really dope, bro. Call me or just let me know. It's all good.
And so if I say, all right, cool, I'll make 10 minutes to speak to you in Lafayette on Thursday, blah, blah, blah. What do you do?
So then today is Wednesday, today is Tuesday, whatever, right? So then let's say I'm in Houston. Let me use a more extreme analogy. Let's say I'm in Atlanta. I booked my flight to get to Lafayette.
Period.
For that 10 minutes. I was never going to be in Lafayette.
Yeah.
But since you confirmed my meeting, I now have to be in Lafayette. You didn't know that though. Because if you're not there, you're not there.
Yeah.
If out of sight, out of mind. If you're not,
and you don't show up and just say, "Oh man, that flight was terrible."
No,
no, you just play like you were just in the neighborhood.
Yeah, man, I was here. Yeah, but let's grab. Well, you want to go eat at? Let's go grab some lunch. I was here, and I might be going right after we talk. But you thought I was already here. I'm conveniently. I'm gonna be in LA. I'm busy. I got stuff going on. No, I don't. I'm waiting to talk to you. That's why I'm here.
And some people listen and say, "Man, no way in hell I'd get on a plane and go meet somebody for a 10-minute meeting." And what would you say to that?
I would say then you don't want it.
You don't want it.
You don't want it because that's what it requires. That's what if you really want to close that account, if you really want to close that client, that meeting, just build that relationship. Even if you're not asking for nothing yet. Sometimes I'm not asking for nothing yet. Right? Let's just build a relationship. See where this takes us. We just dating right now, baby. Why we talk about marriage? Slow down. Let's just build this relationship. Let's talk. You think about, man, Flex would like that. Yo, Chaz would, I got some. You build the relationship. It don't always have to be an ask.
95% of the people go in for the ask right away.
Go in for the ask right away. They don't show their heart yet. They don't show that spirit of excellence yet, that integrity. Chaz might be talking to me, whoop, 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 whoop. Found a problem. Yo, all you have to do is this. I could do this. Hold up, I just solved the problem seamlessly for you. You didn't even ask. I'm like, okay, wait, this guy might be. Just go and see what that person needs, and then you can fill a void.
How do you, when you go to an event and you help put on events too?
For sure. Massive events.
How do you work the room? And let's say you're shy or you're busy or whatever. Okay. First of all, if you're busy, you just need to get over it if you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an easy one.
Stop pretending to be busy.
Yeah. And if you're shy or whatever, or you don't really like networking events, what do you do?
So that's probably where I would say maybe do the whole social media thing or email thing, using those same steps, the same concepts, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of reaching out. But you may have to do that with 20, 30 people. It's a little harder because you're not physically engaging. But if you're in person, then try the same thing. Try a way to break the ice. Try a way just to go and compliment the person. Because again, that first time might just be a how you're doing, just to show face. Don't I know you? Because don't I know you from somewhere?
Right.
I don't know where. Remember I was at that last conference you did when you was talking about, so first time, let's say I'm shy. Remember I told you I went and walk around the room to bump into Keith Clinkscales, just start a conversation? Let's say I'm shy. Great. I see everybody going up to this, whoever just got off stage, whatever, everybody's going to go up to him. How will I be different? How will I stand out different? I'll let everybody get through. And what I might simply do is see who's the person standing next to him. Who's really the man? That assistant, that chief of staff, that wife, that husband. Who's really the man? That son. Okay, let me go. What's up, man? Yeah, man. Build that relationship. Maybe build that relationship with that person. You know what? Come back here. I'm gonna grab you when he leave off. He's gonna get me to him because everybody's doing the same thing. And then even if it is just for, oh, what's up, man? I really like what you're doing, man. Good meeting you. Leave it at that. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that because I already know you got 4 more events coming up.
Yeah.
So now you saw my face. That's our first time seeing each other in Walmart, right? You saw my face. So then the next event, next conference, same thing. Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. You look familiar. Yeah, I was at your last conference. Okay, man. Thank you, man. Keep going. Don't worry. I still have 2 more conferences to go to that you're going to be at in a matter of 2 months. Show up again. What's up, man? Yeah. You been all right? Yeah, man. This conference was doper because now you're getting more comfortable with them.
Right.
You guys are building some type of, oh, man, thank you, man. Whoop. Now that conversation went from 3 seconds to a minute to now 5 minutes. The next time, yeah. Man, what you doing later? Look, come on. Here, take my number. Oh, what's your number? Come with us. Give him his number. We're going to go to, you just saw it live on my situation. That's how it happens. We're going, and now you cultivated that, and now you at ease because you were shy. You're at ease. They've embraced you and welcomed you in. Everybody guards are down. Everyone's comfortable. Now let's talk.
Next thing you know, you're at dinner.
Next thing you know, you're at dinner. When you go to dinner together, that's really talking.
It's over.
That's talking sweet. You know what I mean? So now you cultivated something. And that's if you were shy. If you're an aggressor, then you might just go in. But it's not always about, what is it going to take for you to invest in me? You know how many times they hear that? Think about this. P. Diddy saw me in a crowd of hundreds of people, thousands of people. Think about that. I had to keep showing my face. If I had enough money, I would have had a billboard right outside of his offices, everywhere. If I had
Check this out. He followed me on Instagram. I follow him. I'm gonna let you tell me your whole story. Tell me. You heard me. So January.
So this is where you got on stage and told your story, huh?
This told my story. Broke it down.
That's amazing.
You heard where so January of this year, I started a campaign. And I broke it down specifically to know that this was not just, I broke it down because this is what was the plan. Like I met the goal, right? So, man, networking, and again, all that was because of networking.
Flex, give me your soapbox if you want to talk to anybody in the community or anyone that you want to hear. Give me your soapbox. Give me a rant. What do we need to be doing or look out for if you want to talk to the youth, anything?
So I'm definitely transitioning myself from focused on just so much entrepreneurship to focus on executive as well, because I need to get in the room again. I need to get back in the room. So I got some things I'm working on right now for executive positions, and we have to put people in position, and proximity is important. So if you want to be doing what you want to be doing, get around the people you want to be doing, get around the people that's doing what you want to be doing. Right. So if you're hanging around, and we hear this all the time, but if you're hanging around the broke friends, the rich friends, you're going to be condemned to whatever circle you're in. So if you want to be at these big spaces, doing these big events, doing this big business, then start finding those people to get at. You can have a mentor that doesn't even know they're your mentor. Excuse me. What that is I watch every YouTube video from you. I follow your social media. I'm studying you. I'm watching you. And eventually we're going to have a meeting. And when we have that meeting, I'm going to know everything about you because you've been my mentor. You didn't know. And then that might turn into an actual physical mentor relationship. But then you're connecting with the people that you want to be with. You're connecting to the sources, the energy of where you want to be. So all I love, like, everything is possible, man. Like, trust me, everything is simply possible if you just put the forces of energy into what it is you're doing. I'm a great guy at just coming up with something. You'd say to me something like, I got a great idea. Let's do it. We could do this. I can maximize any idea that you have if you're willing to go to work with it. If you're willing to go to work, I'm going to maximize the idea. And then sometimes I'm going to test you. Sometimes I'm not even going to move fast. Because again, look what I had to do and look what I'm still doing. And if I'm going to put energy, I want to make sure you're for real, and willing to do what it's going to take to get there. So I'm going to give you I'm going to play a little bit to make sure you're really serious. So be around the people that you want to be like. Find proximity. Go to invest in these conferences, these events, networking, opportunity. Find something you can offer that person. It's not always. Sometimes people just want somebody to talk to who have a different insight. Just because you have more money doesn't mean you're not valuable to that person. So don't let someone's money distract you from what true value you can add to them in a sense of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is not what it sounds like. Actually, imposter syndrome is saying the opposite of you don't believe that your value, that your value for whatever it is that you're receiving, whether spiritually or in the physical world. So you maybe can add value to someone who has more money than you, who has more resources, who has a better bit, whatever it is. Whatever that gift is, that energy, that thing that you got, go and show it to the world, share it as an offering, and together we can find out how does it work? How do we create something great? So take these steps I gave today. Spirit of excellence, be undeniable, and figuring it out. And remember, don't worry about doing something wrong if you followed the first step already about spirit of excellence. Go out and network. Same thing. Introduce yourself. Create the introduction by name to the person you're trying to reach. Make a compliment of something specific that they're doing. Then share your offering on how you can help, and then close and set a meeting. And that's how you network. And if you're shy by networking, you go to the thing, just touch that person 4 or 5 times. Just let them see your face. Then start breaking a conversation. You're breaking the ice. And I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing yourself in the places you want to be.
So who are your ideal clients and what can you do for them?
So there's 2 sides. One that's an influencer base and creative base, where I'll take influencers, whether it's athletes, creatives, artists, that type of stuff, and do more of like brand development, PR, that type of stuff, do brand deals, connecting with other brands. And then you have the business clients, whether they're building their brand or whether they just need strategic consultants. So let's say whether it's an attorney, construction client, personal brand, someone who's building a personal brand. I'll come in, create standard operating procedures if that's not in place already. If it is in place, how do we execute that? How do we come in and actually build a strategy to say, okay, all right, Chaz, let me give it to you. All right, Chaz, check it out. Now check it out. So you're doing your podcast. How can we maximize your exposure? Let's get you on stages now. Then let's take that and let's get some endorsements from other brands to be posted, to be on your podcast. Like, we have nothing here. Now let's get brands. Let's sell this show and let's get brands placed on this table that's now paying endorsement dollars to be. And then let's connect you with influencers who's going to help maximize your brand as well and do some NIL, some partnership deals, some branded engagement deals. And then let's create experiential opportunities where we're putting you in front of people, whoever your target audience is. Let's create a conference, a seminar. Let's go to these other conferences. Let's get you on stage to be able to speak for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's develop and build your personal everyday content. So yes, we're doing this, we're doing that, but now let's get a camera on you and build your story out. Just like we talked about capturing what I was doing, let's capture what you're doing and create you a lifestyle brand out of it. So whether we're talking for your business or whether we're talking you for a personal brand. And I mean, anywhere from a doctor who wants to build his social up and get more tapped into what's going on today, an attorney, a construction owner, any type of like business who wants to get their brand exposure out and be more relatable to an audience, to build a bigger audience. So I'm gonna come in, help you understand how to create sales concepts, and then develop a sales system to go and sell. And even if you're not selling a product, everything we're doing is selling. Branding is selling. Services is selling. How to maximize your brand. So anybody, yeah. I mean, any. I'm not gonna say anyone is my audience. So when we talk about younger people, it's more it's more creators, athletes who so everyone comes in and they take an intake assessment with me, which is a 10-question questionnaire, like about websites, social media, merch sales, music sales, YouTube streams, podcast streams, your business revenue. And it gives you it grades you from a 1 to a 5. So I grade you from a tier 1 to a tier 5. And so if you're a tier 2, what it does is we then take your top 3 components. We take your top 3 and we knock them out because we don't have to worry about them too much. We put a little on them to keep us consistent, but we look at those bottom 3 or those mid 3 and say, okay, these are the things we need to work on, or to even move your tier level up. And so we focus on those main things to move you to the next tier level, where eventually you'll be bringing in more revenue now because we move you to the next tier. So you come in and you take that intake assessment, and that lets me know where we can work. If you're a tier 1, maybe, depends on if you really, really got some energy and we can see something. But I'm more looking for those tier 3 people bringing a certain amount of money.
People that are more established.
Yeah, people that are
get to the next level.
Correct. People who are a little more established, who are trying to get to the next level, and who can invest into what they're building, right? And then again, we have Ready House, and Ready House is where more people who are just starting up, entrepreneurs, young creatives, who just wants to be around other creatives and build and connect into networking, then that's more for that start for those people who just hungry.
And that's
wanna
content
start up.
development.
That's
as well.
content development as well from a startup stage. And then with Publius, which is where the actual agency, that's where we take in clients who's bringing in a certain amount of revenue, who's doing this, doing that, who wants to actually, who's there. They just like, all right, how do I get that next level flex? And that's where we bring them in. So
Where can people find you?
Instagram @flex_. You heard me, the letter U and not the word juice. That's FLEX_UHEARDME. Facebook, Orlando Miguel on Facebook. I'm more active on Instagram than anything. I'm getting caught up on Threads. I'm gonna be working on putting a podcast out as well. And then, you find me. I'm not hard to really communicate with to get to. I share whatever. But like I said, I mean, you get to a point where there's something that I may have to put physical energy into. Then we got to talk. But
the DMs are open.
The DMs are open.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
I'll
Flex,
respond.
thank you so much, brother.
Yes.
I really
thank you for
enjoyed
having
it,
me,
man.
brother.
All right,
Hope
brother.
y'all got something. You heard me.
Yeah. Hey, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to the podcast and leave us a 5-star review. It helps keep the show free, and it helps us book better guests to provide more valuable content to you. None of the opinions expressed by my guests are that of my own, and nothing we talked about creates an attorney-client relationship or could be construed as legal advice. Hope you enjoy the show.
This podcast is powered by Acadiana Cast Network. Go to acadianacast.com for more South Louisiana sourced content.